Hello, empaths, Empath Collective. I hope everyone's doing great on your empathic journey. And what an epic adventure it is, right? You are a way shower, a light worker, and a star seed. You have been given an incredible divine gift that helps light up our world. And that's so important because we're living in a world that can be extremely dark, challenging, and difficult, and sometimes, quite frankly, downright scary. So, you as an empath sharing your light, shining brightly, really does encourage so many people. And you show a better way, a different way of conceptualizing this life, that we're living in. You demonstrate that there are higher ways to think about the world that we're living in. There are higher ways to emanate love and light and peace. And there are, different breeds of people that exist in this human experience. It's not all one type of person. There's a lot of different people, and you beautiful empaths of the Empath Collective demonstrate that there are people that still care. There are people that still have compassion. There are people that the light hasn't dimmed. They're still presenting an image of the world that is lovely and that is kind. And although this planet can be challenging, we all know that, it really is wonderful to have people that inspire hope. So thank you so much, dear empaths, for all that you do, all that you create. You are beautiful. And I want to remind you that, you have the gift of sight for knowing. You have universal wisdom at your disposal when your channel's clear, when you're dialed in. You have this ability to reclaim soul remembrance, all that you are as a divine soul. And of course, you have a deep connection with the divine. Those of you that, are choosing to connect and understand your empath journey and recognize that, you were chosen, you were born this way, and what a beautiful light that you have. So thank you so much. My name is Dr. Eileen Scholes. I'm an empath and an intuitive spiritual therapist. These are your empath tips for the week of November 21st through the 26th. This week in the United States, we are celebrating Thanksgiving, or you might call it Gratitude Day. So I want to wish all of you happy Thanksgiving, happy gratitude. And in honor of the first peoples of the land where I reside, I'd like to acknowledge the beautiful Kauia people, the Luasueño people, and the Paum Kaishum people who have been stewards of the land where I reside for thousands of years. Blessings, love, and light to the first peoples of the land as we honor Thanksgiving and Gratitude Day, but also just always thank you so much. So, as an empath, we've been talking about lessons, right? Empath lessons. And so as an empath, to protect your energy and to remain effective in your soul work, you want to learn how to activate your power. You do have a lot of power. And I know that sounds so magical, right? And it is. We are pretty magical, but it's also very logical. It's very practical. Activating your power is something that you can do by just engaging your right and left brain, and learning certain brain protocols, brain reset protocols, which is the bulk of the work that I do, clinical neuroplasticity, and my work with clients, helping people to maximize their brain efforts and to continue to just basically be the best self by uploading brain commands to your mental computer, and then with an understanding of how the brain and body work, your body responds to the brain commands. So your brain is sort of like the captain of the ship, and your body, your physical body, your cells, your organs, your immune system. They're basically the shipmates. They are the ones that follow orders. The only time your body does its own thing, and like let's say you're sick and you have no idea why, and your doctors can't figure out what the origin of the problem is. That's because your brain and your body are not in sync. They're not communicating effectively. In the proper scheme of things, the order of command is, you, the essence of you, your soul, decides how you want to show up in life. And that is the order, or the command. And that command gets downloaded to your brain, which is the captain of the ship. And then your brain tells your body what to do. Your organs, your cells, your immune system, the whole physical being responds to what the brain tells it. The brain responds to what you, the essence of your soul, commands it. And then depending on your spiritual beliefs or your universal beliefs, you, the soul, get your higher orders from the divine. So proper order of things, for those of you that are comfortable with this way of thinking, it's the divine, basically gives you a soul mission. Your soul integrates that and gives that command to your brain. And then your brain filters that information down into the body, which integrates that information. So if you're a upbeat, happy, positive person who believes that you have the ability to live a long, meaningful, blessed life with health and vitality and wellness, that message is integrated into the brain because that's what your soul command is. And then that gets absorbed in your physical body. And then your cells and your immune system are going to match that energy based on the command that your brain has given it. Likewise, if you decide that your life sucks and that you're getting old and you have wrinkles and you're just not that attractive, and why even bother going to the gym? You're never going to lose weight. You're never going to be able to tone. You're never going to look like that supermodel or whatever, stinking thinking, negative thought paradigm is activated. Then, of course, your cells and your organs are going to respond to that message, and your quality of life will be impacted. Okay, so when you're used to thinking negative due to previous programming, you have to deactivate those negative thought programs. Okay, got to be intentional about that. And that's pretty much the bulk of the work that I do with clients, teaching them how to deactivate what's not working so that they can then, in turn, create a life that is working for them. So once you've deactivated what isn't working, then you want to activate higher thought protocols. Okay, very important, which establishes your vibrational set point. So a higher way of thinking, better thoughts, healthier thoughts, higher vibrational thoughts, those lock in your vibrational set point. Or you could say your energetic launching pad. Okay, so where you launch from absolutely is connected to the way you're thinking every day. Once you've uploaded these higher thought programs, or we could say brain reset protocols, to your mental computer, then your vibration will begin to elevate. And simply because the thoughts, that you're thinking become things. What you think about impacts your feelings, your emotions, as well as the energy that you emit. This is why your vibration either elevates or stays where it is, or even decreases based on what you're thinking about. So once you have deactivated what's no longer serving, deactivated the stinking thinking, the negative thoughts, and activated the higher brain reset protocols, the higher thought programs, then you will need to recalibrate from time to time your vibration. You'll need to recalibrate your vibration, just like we recalibrate. Sometimes a car needs to be certain, mechanisms within a car need to be recalibrated. Your vibration sometimes will need to be recalibrated. So last week in the tips, I talked about how it's your job, empath, to replenish your energy on a day-to-day basis. And we want to learn to draw from the infinite supply of energy from the universe when we're doing our soul work, as opposed to draining our energy. And of course, there's a learning curve. As an empath, we usually help the world, help people that we work with using our own energy until we discover, oh, I don't have to utilize my own energy. I can collaborate with the divine. I can collaborate. You might believe in guides and angels and, whatever you believe in, God, the divine, the universe. I can collaborate with the all that there is to do my service work so that I'm not draining myself as I'm shining my light. And this is a beautiful thing to learn and to integrate. So you want to keep your energy at 100%, and recalibration of your vibration helps you in that effort. So this recalibration protects your vibrational set point, which protects your energy from being drained, which is, energy is in my opinion, it is the highest commodity in the universe. It is the currency of the universe. Without energy, you aren't going to be able to show up in life. You're not going to be able to set goals, accomplish goals, be creative. Even in your regular practical day-to-day life, business life, you won't be able to show up if you lack energy. You won't have the physical fitness that you want to achieve if you don't have energy, and your relationships will suffer, right? If you don't have energy, we want to have potent energy at all times. We want to have a reservoir filled with energy because it's the elixir of life, your energy. So once you're calibrated to the level that is, appropriate for you, the vibration, the level, the frequency that is available, attainable, and appropriate for you based on your soul mission, and the experience that you're having as a human, you can sit at a much higher platform because you recalibrate that vibration and you stay up. Okay, so I was talking about deactivating negative thought programs, activating the healthy, more positive, higher vibration thought protocols so that you can create a higher vibrational set point, which is your launching pad. And then recognizing that it's your job to replenish your energy and recalibrate that vibrational set point from time to time as it wavers, as you get clarity about your soul mission, as you, there's this saying, new levels, new devils, which basically means as you increase your knowledge and your wisdom as an empath, as you get clarity about who you are and you learn certain skills and, the learning curve begins to expand, there's an infinite number of things that we can learn. It's not like we're ever going to, reach our max of education as an empath. There's always new things to learn. There's esoteric wisdom and there's quantum, and we could go on and on about all the different dimensions that we can extract from and learn and evolve as empaths and do our service work in an even more pristine way. But once you are sitting at that higher platform, set in your high, beautiful, radiant, high vibrational set point, now you want to introduce gratitude, which is so appropriate since we here in the United States are going to be celebrating Thanksgiving this coming week. You want to introduce gratitude. Gratitude is such a beautiful, guard or guardian or protector of your energy, your mind, your body, your spirit, your energy, your spiritual beliefs. Gratitude, we know scientifically that gratitude is powerful because you can't actually sit in a negative mindset and actually be in gratitude. It's actually impossible. You can be angry or annoyed or frustrated or depressed before you practice gratitude and certainly after. But in that space of emanating gratitude, you are protected from the negative. So practicing gratitude is a huge key for everyone on the planet, but especially for us empaths, if we want to maintain that high vibrational set point, be in gratitude as often as you can. Gratitude anchors all of the seeds that you've planted, okay? And it also protects the harvest that you are manifesting. So let gratitude be your new launching point day by day. And you'll notice more magical moments of clarity. And solutions will show up faster. Your relationships will get better. Your overall life improves with gratitude. So whether you look at this through the science lens or whether you look at this through the energetic, metaphysical lens, gratitude is a very, very powerful tool for helping us stay positive, upbeat, recalibrated to that high vibrational set point. So be consistent in your gratitude practices and see how often you can be grateful throughout the day. Moment by moment, can you express appreciation for the people, the circumstances, the situations, your pets, your job, the events in your life that enhance your life. If you can practice gratitude moment by moment by moment, you'll find that you just soar higher and higher and higher, and you protect your energy from drain. So I'm getting ready to end these tips, but I do want to remind you, like if you just go in trying to say affirmations and practice gratitude, while that's great, you really want to, there's some steps. Always deactivate your negative thoughts first. Really be accountable to yourself. Own what's not working. Are there areas of negativity? Are there things you tend to dwell on from the past? Do you get triggered easily? Do you see the world as the glass half empty as opposed to half full? Like notice the areas, notice the weeds in your own garden and exercise the courage to pull them out yourself. That's deactivating what no longer serves. Give yourself permission to release those things. A beautiful, thing to say is, in love and light, I dissolve the cords that connect me and bind me to whatever the thing is. In love and light, be free, let go, and release me. Okay, so release what no longer serves, then activate what you do want. What are the things you do want to think about? If you had ultimate control, if you could really be focused, have laser sharp focus on positive things, what would you think about all day? And once you activate those new thought protocols, then just know that you've elevated your vibration. You've up-leveled. You've glowed up, emotionally, energetically, mentally, in all ways. And in that space, with that high launching pad, begin to express gratitude and watch your life take off. Watch you just begin to soar. Gratitude is a very, very powerful tool and key and activation code for those of us, light workers, star seeds, way shower, empaths that want to really, really bring majesty and reverence and intention and purity to our soul work. Stay in gratitude. Not only does it protect your own emotional and energetic and vibrational set point, but it will actually impact the community that you're in. Gratitude is actually very contagious. You emanate it from your cells. There's a biochemical response associated with everything you think. So if you're in gratitude, you are really increasing your attractability and you are inspiring the community that you are in, the people and, environment that you're in with that beautiful, beautiful, pristine. It's an emotion. It's also a vibration. It's also a consciousness, gratitude. So these are your encouragement tips for this week. I'm wishing everybody who celebrates Gratitude Day, Thanksgiving, a beautiful and safe holiday. And I do look forward to connecting with you all again. Thank you so much for your light. Be blessed. See you next time.